Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Closing Comments here on October 7th. Let's jump right into our charts and see what happened in the markets today. First up, we got our December live cattle on the board. We did see some pretty good follow through here today as the bulls kept on pushing above those pair-day highs, looking like they're going to keep pushing this market back towards those all-time highs. We did see this December live contract really stress testing that 236.5 level today. Opening range here, trading around it for about the first hour of the day before seeing a nice push up towards 238. We did see a brief undercut of those opening range lows about midday here, as this market did retest that 236.5 mark once again. However, the bulls continue to hold the line here, and a good sign of support here at 236.5. Market pushing back up there towards that 238 area towards the end of the day. With a high of the day coming in there at 238.32. Solid gains by the bulls here, looking to really defend that 236.5 level now that we're trading above it. So it looks like we're going to have some pretty smooth sailing up into the 240s. Look for this cattle market to keep on grinding higher throughout the rest of the week. We did see a new all-time high here back on this August contract. We did see this market, this August contract getting above these highs back here from late August, early September, and printing a new high here today on that August contract. That was the only one here down the line in this in those 2026 contract months, but good to see some new all-time highs printed. We should see these other contract months follow. Next up, we got our November feeders on the board. This market also seeing some nice gains, I think picking up about $4 on the day here. This market breaking out above these multi-week highs. As we've discussed over the last few days, this market has been stuck trading here between about this 350 to 363 area for the last 2 weeks. Today we saw some nice follow through, pushing above these prior 2-week highs and finishing the day up there at 364.80. Above those prior week's highs, really going to open the door to new all-time highs for this November contract. We should see the bulls continue pushing here and see this thing start to rally up there towards the $4 mark. These April and May feeders also putting in some new all-time highs, so showing some good strength out there into those spring 26 contract months. Nice to see those new all-time highs printing. We should see these fall contracts follow here in a hurry. Next up, December corn futures today with a little bit of downside. This market continues just to churn sideways here, not a whole lot of directional movement, just a lot of choppy action here around these moving averages. At the moment, we continue to expect range-bound conditions here between 415 and 430. So as long as we're trading in here, there's really not a whole lot of good moves to be had. This market's just going to continue chopping in a sloppy range here between these. Until we can get a close beyond either one of these edges, there's not a really whole lot of directional moves to be anticipated. So just look for this continued sloppy, choppy action to continue in the corn market. Next up, we did see the crude oil prices balancing out around that prior day's range, briefly undercutting yesterday's low and then finishing the day back up there near those prior day highs. So far here in the evening session, we are seeing this market push up above those prior 2-day highs. As long as we're trading here above 61.5, and a new level to watch here is going to be Monday and Tuesday's high up here at the 62.12 mark. These are going to be some levels to watch here. As long as we see the bulls continue getting bids here above 62.12, we should see this market continue to chop up and stay range bound here in the low to mid 60s. However, if we do see the bears push this thing back down here below 61.5, should open the door to some downside below 60.55, which is our bear pivot for the week, and see this market start to push down there into the 50s. Next up, equity markets with a little bit of volatility here today. We did see this market pulling back a little bit, engulfing our prior day's range, briefly undercutting last Friday's low, which is our bull pivot there at 67.54. However, we did see some good pushback by the bulls here, as this market did trade down there below 67.54 briefly. However, it was just a few little pokes below it and showing some good support here at that level, holding some of these prior day lows. As long as the bulls are still trading there above 67.54, we should see just a nice slow drift higher in these equity markets. But if we do start to trade back down there below 67.54, we could see just a nice little pullback here into our moving averages. Nothing major is expected. Any dips should be good buying opportunities, as this environment still remains very favorable to stocks, and we should see higher prices as we move into quarter 4. But in the meantime, just look for this market to continue trading around 67.54 here. If we are above it, look for that slow drift higher to continue. If not, we should see some good dip buying opportunities come from it. That's all we got for tonight. We'll catch you guys tomorrow.